You can try to break up. I'm trying to stream it on YouTube so that if you want to check it later, you can check. So continue on it. Okay, now we can continue. So like I said, the intensive talk method is a method that is teacher-centered, student-centered, not teacher-centered. It's a methodology that makes the student to compete a lot. It's a methodology that makes the student, allows the student to present a lot, that allows the student to debate a lot. It's a methodology that allows the student to talk more and the teacher to talk less. So that is the idea of the intensive talk method. So that is why we call it here a speaking method, the intensive talk method, whereby the student talk more. Well, student doesn't involve the teacher because the teacher, they already speak. So, like I said, it is student-centered, allows conversation between the teacher, students, right from the first class. So the teacher, like right from the first class, the teacher just, start to speak in English. Hello, guys. Hello, how are you? Right from the beginning of the class. The intensive talk method promote interaction between student to student, teachers to student, and student to teacher. It also promotes competition between students every day. So that is why I say we like to compete, like to make our students complete games. I don't know if you watch the Squid Games, on Netflix. I know. Did you saw this TV series, Tim? The Squid Game.
The Squid Game.
Yes, the TV series on Netflix, the Korean.
Yeah. How does it work? How does it work?
You didn't? Oh my God! What about Kofi? Did you see the Squid Game on Netflix?
Squid Game. Let's see here.
No, you're on mute. You're on mute, Kofi.
Okay.
I actually didn't. Let me say, I actually didn't feel the interest in watching the Squid Game. Maybe because of the hype. Everyone was like, "You need to watch it," and you hear like Brazilians saying, "But Chinha goes." I was like,
I didn't feel it. I'm just like Kofi. I didn't really feel the call for the game.
I think the hype was too much.
Yeah, you're right. The hype was was too much. I said, I have to see this game. I have to see this TV series. So I saw it. It's pretty good, not that bad. So that is why I said we like to make our students compete. Because why do we want to make our students compete? Why do we like to make our students compete? Because students can feel it has advantages and disadvantages. The advantage is that students can feel that they are learning. So when you make the student to compete, when you make the student to present, when you make the student to debate, so they feel, okay, I am paying, I am learning, so I need more. Thank God I'm learning. And also, when you make the student compete, if the student is not learning or if the student is not studying, then we feel like, oh my God, I need to study more. I'm not learning. I need to give more time, to this English. So it makes the students to know if they are learning or if they are not. So that is why we make the students to compete a lot. Okay. The main goal is to make the students communicate, give presentation, participate in executive meeting in 1 year. This is the main goal of the intensive talk method. Students communicate, give presentations, participate in executive meeting in 1 year. And I can tell you it really works because I know some students that actually They don't absent in class. They always come into the class. They are devoted to the methodology. So they told me, oh, Joseph, I participated in a meeting today. I I understood 90% of what my boss or what the guy from USA or from the guy from Canada, I understood what he was saying. So that is the idea, the intensive talk with the main goal. So how is it applied? So we apply the intensive talk method, making sure that the teacher's talking time, which I call the TTT, is the maximum is 20 to 60 seconds to explain vocabulary and grammar rules. Come on, Joseph. How do I explain vocabulary and grammar rules in 20 to 60 seconds? Jesus Christ. Joseph, what are you telling me? Are you kidding me? I have to explain the grammar rules 20 to 60 seconds. I can tell you it's possible. It depends on how you go with your classes. I'm going to show you how it is possible, don't worry. And when it is so, the idea is you shouldn't use more time, a lot of time, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 15 minutes explaining grammar, explaining vocabulary. You know, the student, they want to talk. If you use 3 minutes, 4 minutes to explain vocabulary or grammar, someone will be looking at you like this. What does it say? Oh, I'm tired. The class is boring. But when you have the 20 to 60 seconds to explain, so the students can interact. Students talk all the time. 60 minutes is productive. Students talk from more than 15 minutes. So that means the whole 1 hour class, if you have to present, if you have to talk about vocabulary, or if you have to talk about grammar, so you talk about vocabulary or grammar if you want to explain. You explain in 10 minutes, the whole 1 hour class, whereby the students use 15 minutes to interact. How does it work? I'm going to show you. When we say talk, that means the students interact with each other even when they are doing class activities. So even when the students are doing class activities like class work, they're interacting with the teacher, they're interacting with the student or with their classmates all the time. That is why we say in 1 hour class, the student must interact for more than 50 minutes. So I'm going to give you an example here. So here we have a listen activity and we have the grammar activity. For example, when I apply listen activity, generally what happens? Oh, for example, I have the vocabulary activity here, and I have the listening, and I have the grammar. So normally, a normal teacher will just come here and say, number 1, example, number 1, skateboarding, number 2, skydiving, number 3. And after that, the teacher goes to the next activity. But what do I do? Or what is the intensive talk method saying? Number 1, snowboarding. So I'm going to ask you, Tim, do you like to snowboard? Do you snowboard?
No, I hate the snow getting into my clothes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's awful.
What about Kofi?
I have never seen
snow. Sorry?
I have never seen snow. So I don't know. I don't know anything about the snow experience. Don't have any snow experience.
For example, here we have number 11. Okay. For example, here we have the number 1 here, skateboarding. Kofi, do you like to skateboard?
I think it's interesting.
No, I think it's interesting.
Yes.
What about Tim?
Yeah, well, I used to when I was a teenager.
Okay.
I like it. Yeah.
So can you see, we are talking, I'm interacting with you. On a normal day, the normal teacher would say, number 1, okay, snowboarding. Number 2, skydiving. Number 3, scuba diving. Number 4, car racing. Number 5, they just go on. There's no interaction. So in the middle of every vocabulary, I interact with my student, or students interact with each other. That is the idea. I'm going to explain. What about the listening? So after the listening twice, okay, they answer the question. On a normal day, the normal teacher will just go straight to the grammar. No, I'm not going to go straight to the grammar. I'm going to say, okay, for example, I'm going to ask a question about the lesson. Okay, for example, I guess the number one says, I guess the government should forbid this activity for good. I'm just going to ask, Tim, do you think the government should forbid extreme sport?
No, no way. No way.
No way.
Don't think so.
Okay, what about coffee? Do you think government should forbid extreme sport?
I don't think so. I think, in fact, the government should create specific places in which these activities could be practiced. You understand?
Yeah.
Because if you designate places in which these activities could be practiced, those who love it, those who love them, these activities will go there and they will practice these activities. You understand? What I'm against is people trying to like pull up some stone in the middle of nothing. Where, example, in the middle of traffic, you're like skydiving. You understand? You just climb up any kind of hill or mountain and just fall from it, not knowing where you will fall. You understand? Like you fall in the middle of traffic and so on. I think that is one thing I do not like, because there was a time when I saw something on the news about some guys who were jumping from a bridge. You understand? And that point was not some kind of designated point for that kind of activity. You understand? Meaning you somehow try to inflict some danger on yourself or other people who are not involved in your activity.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. So that is the idea of the intensive talk method. So every activity I interact with the student. So I can't just move to another activity without interacting. So I interacted with the student here, the vocabulary. I interacted with the student in the listening. So at the same time, I'm going to interact with the student when I explain grammar. I wouldn't wait to explain all the grammar activity before I interact. If I wait 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes explaining, for example, thought conditional, it's boring. I'm going to explain a little bit, but 20 seconds, 1 minute, I introduce an interaction. I explain a little bit, 20 seconds, 1 minute, I introduce another interaction. That is the idea of the intensive talk method. So the class doesn't get boring. At the same time, this also, we're talking about thought conditional. This place we use the structure E plus past participle would have, could have, might have, plus the past participle. For example, we have here, I would have gone skateboarding with you if you had invited me. Okay, so you can explain the grammar activity and interact with the students. So what is the intensive talk method says teachers must be spontaneous. So we like teachers that are spontaneous. Sometimes something happens out of the blue, you just, think of something else. Teacher must be acquainted with the book, creative. We have our teacher's book. So this, I'm going to show you later. The teacher's book is designed for the teachers to make the teaching interactive and to make learning interactive also. So I'm going to show you later the teacher's book. So teachers must be creative. Teachers must be sociable with the student. Teacher must make the student to laugh. I like to make my student laugh a lot. Crack jokes in the class, they laugh a lot. I like to laugh. So all the students like it a lot. So sociable with the student, help students to be sociable also. Observation, this is very, very good. This is about the intensive talk method. How to evaluate our student. In every model, we have 29 evaluations. For example, we have basic 1 model, we have 29. We don't joke with our evaluation. Why? Because we promise the student that they are going to speak English. And remember, they're going to communicate in 1 year. They are going to present in 1 year. They're going to participate in executive meeting in 1 year. So that is why we don't joke with our evaluation. So it's a 1 year talk, intensive talk, 6 months, 2 months each. So we have 6 modules. So in the 6 modules, we have 2 months for each module. For example, we have basic 1, basic 2, intermediate 1, intermediate 2, advanced 1, advanced 2, 6 modules. So basic 1, because the course is every day from Monday to Friday. So basic 1 will take 2 months. Basic 2, 2 months. So when we have, if each module takes 2 months, 2 times 6 modules, we have 1 year. So that is the idea. 29 evaluations, 7 units each. We have quiz. Each quiz, the student have to do it twice. I'm still going to explain better. The student have to do it twice, before and after. Student have to competition, the written exercise, homework, the essay, the review test. After unit 3, and they have 30 questions, presentation talk. Every unit, the student must present a topic. For example, basic 1, where the student present about food, cultures. Okay, we have forum, we have event, whereby the student must participate in presentation from all the groups. 3 events per model, and the final test, 70 questions. So we don't joke with it. So that is the way. For example, if a student come and say, you promise us that we're going to learn English, we're going to communicate, we're going to give presentation, and we're going to be able to participate in the executive meeting in 1 year. And we can't do that. I've been studying now for 9 months, and I don't think I'll be able to, I've not been able to communicate. So this is how we evaluate. Have you been doing your quiz? Have you been coming to class? Have you been presenting? Have you been doing your homework? So you haven't been doing it, so I'm sorry. There's nothing we can do. So this is how we evaluate the student to make sure that they will be able to speak English in 1 year. So how do we evaluate our students? We don't joke with our evaluations. Students have to submit all the 29 evaluations. Teachers have to negotiate with the student, submission dates, each one of the 29. Students don't pass if they don't meet the cutoff grade. So the cutoff grade from each module is 80%. So students, when they don't pass, they repeat. I'm so sorry, you didn't pass, so you have to start all over again. So we have platform that manages student submission. Any question? You have any question from here? Something that you want to ask me? Kofi, team?
Pretty fast-paced, very fast-paced. It's definitely getting me excited about the course. To tell you the truth.
So, what about Kofi? Any question?
I don't have any questions at the moment.
No question. I told you, I'm gonna be fast. So I'm gonna give you so now you're gonna use on Wednesday, we're gonna have another one training. Like I said, I don't like long training so fast. So I'm gonna give you, so you're gonna use the intensive talk method to prepare a class of 15 minutes and maximum of 20 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna send you, each one we have a topic. I'm gonna send you the link, okay, via, let me see if I'll be able to show you our teacher's book. You click. Teacher's book. Okay, I'm going to show you quickly our teacher's book. Okay, this is our teacher's book. Let me show you better the 1 minute. For example, our teacher's book is really, really interactive. So, for example, in this page, I don't know what to do. So generally, we explain what a teacher have to do. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly present them. So for example, I'm the teacher, this is how I'm gonna be using the teacher's book. For example, when you see this, make sure the students say their classmate's name using your, his, and her. So you're gonna be like, my name is Jeff. What's your name? So this is the idea. So make sure the students know the differences between third person singular and plural. Now, for example, we have the answer here. What's his name? Singular. What's her name? Is also singular. What are the names? Plural. So allow the students to ask more questions. What's your favorite band? So interactive. Explain personal pronoun and possessive pronoun. I'm a student. So it's really, really interactive. Another one here, we have the audio. You can click. Tell the student to read both the questions and options before you play the recording. So the teacher already knows. So we have the answers after playing the recording. She's Irish. Okay. That the student will be able to see the answers. So change the sentence to his or her and she. I'm Marina. My name is Marina. My name is Marina. Okay. So we have all the answers so that the student will be able, it will be easy for the teacher to teach and to also be easy for the student to learn. Drill with the student. Male, so pronunciations. Okay, match them. Teacher, note that. Explain the rules, A or N, and give more examples. Okay, I'm a teacher, so what do you do? What's your job? What's your occupation? So we have the listening. Okay, what do you do here? We have the answers. So teacher don't have to worry. Okay, make the students spell the parts, okay? So it is much more easier for the teacher to teach. Make the student ask each other questions. They can also form more questions with the word favorite. Okay, nickname. What's your name? From question, make the students ask each other questions. We can also create questions of their own. So that is the idea, okay? So I'm gonna send you this link. You're gonna use this to prepare a 15-minute class. It doesn't have to be the whole slide. We have 14 pages. It doesn't have to be the whole slide. It can be 10 slides, it can be 8 slides, 15. So I'm gonna send this. This is unit 2. I'm gonna send this to team. Okay, you're gonna have this link. Where can I find? Okay. Chat is here. Okay, I'm going to send it to you via chat. Okay, you received it?
Chat. Okay.
Okay.
Chat here. Yeah, I got it. Let me...
So now I'm going to send another to Coffee. So Coffee, this one is also easy to teach. Prepared. So I'm going to show you how what you have to do is it has been explained. Very easy to teach. For example, draw the names of the country with the student. Brazil, blah, 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 blah. Very easy. So the teacher will be having fun while teaching. Continent. What continent? North America, South America. So you have fun. Drill the names of the continent with the student. So make the student give more examples of countries in the following continent apart from the ones on page 1. So we have here, where is Brazil? It's in South America. Where is South Africa? So we have here for Europe, number 3, Africa. So it is easy, very easy to teach. So I'm going to send you the link. Sure. Chat. Thanks.
Okay.
Okay, team, any question?
No, I have no questions. I got
Me-
the PPT. Gonna rehearse this for sure for Wednesday.
Do you think using these using the teacher's book, do you think it's will be very, very easy to teach?
And what about today's today you recorded on a YouTube. You're gonna send us the link so we can go through the
Yes.
steps there. Okay.
Yes, you can review the steps. I'm going to send you the link. I'm going to send it to Rejoice too. I think she's having some personal problems. She wasn't able to attend. So using the book, I'm very, very sure that using this book, it's very, very easy to teach. So all what you need is in there. So you don't need to rack your brain, oh, what am I gonna say here? What am I gonna do here? So you don't need it, so you just interact with the student. It's just the idea. Okay. So that's it. Let me see. Any question? Coffee?
No questions as of now. Maybe
Okay.
some what can I say? But some kind of observation. Okay. In my time of teaching here, I have because I was looking at the scores and the passing score and so on. I don't know if what happens if the student doesn't pass. You simply mean that the others will continue, and the student will stay behind because it's a
The
book.
others will continue, and the others will continue. The student will have to actually be transferred to another group. Let's take, for example, basic one. Okay, so I didn't pass, I failed. So that means Tim and Kofi will continue, and Joseph will be transferred to another group in basic one.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
the student won't stop. The student won't stop studying. The student will be transferred to another group.
Yeah, but I think I totally agree with this because a lot of schools that I've been to, they just pass people without having the proper,
Yeah.
they didn't learn anything in the basics, then they put them in intermediate and
Yeah.
they just keep milking their money. And
Yeah.
I totally disagree with that. And I think this is the way to go. For sure, if you failed, you failed. You got to go over and do it again, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, because I don't know. I actually believe in bringing something different from what we have in the school. You understand? Because there are times, even with me, it happens. It's like you understand what's been explained in class. You only you tend to know that you do not understand when you're given exercises. Exercises different from what you have you already have read in the book. You understand? Yeah. Exercises from some other sources. Okay, and like I told you guys at the first day, it's very difficult for people to like open up and say I don't understand. That is something we must try to understand about students, right? Because as a teacher, the most satisfying part of teaching is knowing that you can make someone understand what you know.
Yeah.
You understand? That's the most satisfying thing about teaching. So if you can let student just feel free enough to like say, I don't understand, or please repeat again. You understand? It's a long journey. It's a long journey. It's something like a year. And in the first 3 to 4 months, you have to get these students to believe that I'm here, I will never be judged. Okay. And this is the place I want to be. This is the place I want to learn. You understand? Because the traditional school actually taught students that when you come to class, you have to already know. You understand? I think we have to go. I think we need to take some other direction. which is different from that. You understand? That kind of environment which judges the student, makes the student feel like I'm not adequate enough for this place, or this is something I cannot learn. We know that English is already being stereotyped here. Some people just look at you and tell you, I don't think English is for me. It's hard to learn.
Yeah.
You understand?
Totally, yeah.
Brazilians believe Portuguese is harder than English, but they still have difficulty learning English. So are you understanding what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
believe Portuguese is harder to learn than English, but you understand, they just believe that they cannot learn English. And that is where we come in as teachers. You understand? You have to change that learning environment. You have to like reconfigure their minds to believe that this is something doable.
Yeah, yeah. I totally agree with you. Do you know why I said the students have to, go provide it all over again? The reason is that some students believe that I'm just gonna come to class, the teacher is gonna teach me, and after that, I don't have to study on my own.
Okay.
That's the main problem with the student. Okay, for example, like I said, in every module, we have 29 evaluations.
Mm-hmm.
And you believe that some students, they won't even bother to do it.
Okay.
They don't bother to do it. They believe that I'm gonna come to class, Tim and Kofi, they're gonna teach me, and I don't need to have my own study time. I don't need to read books. I don't need to watch something. I don't need to watch a TV program in English. I don't need to do other things else. But that is why I made the student to understand. Since from the beginning, I tell the student, look, I'm gonna give you 10%, the 90% depends on you.
Okay.
I can give you the 100%. It's impossible.
Okay.
I tell them that for this to work, it depends on me.
Okay.
And it depends on you.
Okay.
If I try to do my best and you are not doing your own best, it's not gonna work.
Okay.
If you try to do your best and I'm not trying to do my best, it's not gonna work.
Okay.
So 10% is mine, the 90% is yours.
Okay.
So that's the problem with students. Even when the class is every day, even when the class is from Monday to Friday, 1 hour. Okay, I'm gonna have a class 7 to 8, okay? 7 to 8, class is over. So I have to study more. I have to do something else. And the problem of the student, they don't do it. And when they don't do it, and they come again and say, Joseph, Brazilian, right? Não tô aprendendo nada nesse curso. That's what they will tell you. So when I told you, okay, você não tá aprendendo nada. E aí, cadê o quiz? Você já fez? Você entregou seu homework? Você participou de algum evento? Você fez a sua apresentação? Ah, professor, não fiz. Você quer que eu faça o quê? There's nothing I can do. You have to work. I will try my best, but if you don't try your own best, I'm so sorry, there's nothing I can do.
Okay.
So, but some of the students, for example, we have 20, okay, in 1 month we have 25. Let's take, for example, in 1 month we have 25 days classes. In 1 month, the student comes only 10 out of 25. Team, tell me, Kofi, how will the student learn?
Yeah, the intensity of this method I think it does require the student to be responsible for his intensity. They come here, if they want to learn in 1 year, they got to put in the work.
Yes.
And and if they can't do it, that's understandable. But I mean, if you can't do it, how are you going to do it? You're going to have to somehow, somewhen, you're going to have to do it, right? And I know if you have all the time in the world, then perhaps a different method is for you. Perhaps if you, okay, in 5 years, I'll learn the language. So you take private lessons and you go at your own pace. And those courses, they get frustrated too, and they fall out of the course.
Yes.
It's the same thing. Yeah, I understand exactly what Kofi is saying. I understand what you're saying because I've seen them both, and I've seen people who will put in the work, whatever the method is, and they will get the results. They'll reap the
Yes.
benefits.
So the idea is, so what is the idea of fee? The idea is if you put, like Tim said, you want to. So when a student call me, oh, I like your course. Someone told me about it. Someone referred you to me. They said, oh, it's a good course. You make people to learn. Okay, and I asked them, can you do it? It is very intense. Can you study every day? Can you do 29 evaluation in 2 months? It is intense. It's in their contracts. Everything is stated there.
Okay.
It's intense. So if you can, as I told the student, if you can do it, I promise you that you're going to speak English in 1 year. Or if you can't, I do tell them, I think you should look for another course because this is not for you.
Okay. Okay. One thing I actually tell my students is I will make it as clear as possible so you understand, but I don't give marks. You understand? Like, for example, the passing mark is 80. If you have 79, you have 79. You're going to redo it. Forget it. I don't give marks. So I'm like plain about that. So most of the times they know they have to study.
I understand. So this is what this is what I'm trying to set up. Okay, you use evaluation, you use these, and you follow the method. When you follow the method, everything will be okay. So I've seen it. I've seen students actually they follow the method. I've seen students that they started, they knew nothing. They can't even speak English for like 1 minute. But now they're debating, they're presenting in 1 hour, 2 hours, because it's intense, it works. So this is where we're gonna end it. So I'm gonna be seeing you Wednesday. Any question, Kofi, team? Oh, I forgot. So I would like to talk about the money. So like I wrote there, I said I'll be paying you 20 hour, 20 reais per hour. It's different from other schools. Why is it different? Because, for example, tomorrow is public holiday. What will happen public holiday if you are not teaching? What will happen? So that means the you're not going to receive other schools. I don't know how is it in the schools you teach. But here at Proximo Click, when it's holiday, you receive the money. It's holiday. So I believe that even it's holiday, the teacher have to receive. And also, for example, in December, we have, actually in December, we have 1 month, if I'm not mistaken. From December to January, we have 1 month holiday. And in this 1 month, what happens in all other schools? 1 month, you're not going to receive payment, but yeah, approximately you receive your payment normally, okay? Depending on the total amount of group you have. So any question about that, team? Kofi?
Good.
No question. Okay. So